G'day guys, welcome back to the Beers and Breakevens late show for round 15. We've got some rapid fire questions that are coming your way. Tim, if I'm honest, I don't care how you are. I've spent too much time with you already today. All I care about is the rock-off. Now, I won last week. That was back in Bloke Studios, the OG, where I obviously was the king of the rock-off. Back in my home court, I'm not feeling overly confident going into this one, and I think it would be potentially the coldest thing of all time for you to beat me in a rock-off before you even say a word on the podcast. How you feeling? See it up, paper, rock. See it up, paper, rock. Fuck, that always happens.
I feel like
you knew I was going to do that.
I feel like you psyched yourself out of it.
No, you
just
don't
with
feel
every
like
word.
you know I psyched myself out of it.
Yeah, thank God, order restored. I have an apology to make as well, off the back of last week's silly question, as we might call it, around airplanes and getting up early.
Yeah.
I don't retract my statement, but I did have a lot of tall folk reach out and say, when you're 6'7" and you're crammed up and someone's put their seat back on you and you've had a flight for whether it's 30 minutes to Maruya from Sydney or 50 minutes or an hour 10 or 6 hours and you've been cramped up the whole time, they get up straight away. I apologise to the tall folk because they have a reason to get up and stretch their legs.
You don't want to get the tall folk on the bad side of it.
Nah.
You want to stay on the good side of the tall folk, I believe.
So they have right to get up straight away
They
and stretch.
do. In fact, only they should.
Only them. Like the rest of you.
Justice for the
stay
tall ones.
Yeah, the tall
Yeah,
folk.
I think
Shout
that's
out to
fair.
you.
I agree.
A community I'll never be a part of.
No, you're pretty safe.
Yeah, I'm pretty safe there. I'll sit very comfortably with the dumb folk. Questions, Catmandu.
All right, who's answering first?
Rue can take it.
Okay. Question 1 from Jordan Bryden. What's the go with captaincy these days? Is it time to turn towards VC on high upside player and C on a safe May or Kalamatangi, etc.?
Jordan Brighton feels like he sits down when he pisses to me. If that doesn't answer your question, I don't know what will. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. The safe play is to go Terrell May. The safe play is to go Keon Kolomantangi. It's probably the smart play. Things have changed. The landscape has completely shifted. But you sure as fuck won't find me doing it on a consistent basis. I like to chase that big score, and I'll happily die on that hill.
Yeah, as you said, the answer is probably yes, but here's what I think. We're getting to the stage of the year where teams getting depleted, there's softer matchups, the big upside games of your fullbacks and halfbacks, they come into play. So I actually don't think it is the play at the moment. I think we've sort of starting to make that switch. For future years, and we'll do our what we learn at the end of the season, and my lesson, as boring as it is and whether or not I followed, I don't know, the first probably 6 to 8 weeks of the season, you probably just buy Payne Haas and captain him because early on, I think it's the play.
Good keeping to time, guys.
Thank you, Kat.
From Damien Wright, who's a bigger priority for KL Iro, Herbie or Kiraz?
Junk time or Kiraz? Herbie, 79th minute try on the weekend. Dear Lord, he's testing my patience. Kiraz, both awesome buys, both season keepers. Herbie, please let that try scoring spree end. It is really tough to watch. But Kiraz came back in his first game, scored 91. I think it was without a major attacking stat. He had 7 offloads, the little sneeze. Shout out,
Sorry
Cat.
about that.
He had
Shout out to
7
Bambi.
offloads, stupid amount of runs. He's the man. So I think Kiraz.
You know what? I do think Kiraz as well, but I'm a Herbie owner, and mate, yeah, like we keep saying, the try scoring, it has to stop, mate. He's playing outside the hottest hand in rugby league now. I don't think
Connelly Lemuelu.
I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. He's an absolute hog with the football in hand. So I probably lean towards Kiraz, but mate, I think if you look at Herbie, he's scored in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. If we get to the end of the season, that's 15 games in a row for the Dally M Centre, 3rd time in a row outside fucking Katoa. I can see it.
Duh. 15 in a row.
How good.
Okay, from Bailey Hughes, is Metcalf a season hold?
Oh, shout out to Jeff Athletic. I've been having this argument with him for the last few weeks. I don't think so. I think you need to move Metcalf on at some point, but he just keeps producing. I think that he's obviously got the bye this week. He doesn't play 18. Plays Panthers, Broncos in between that. I don't think it's going to get better than what it already is for the Warriors. I don't think he's a season keeper, personally. I'd be moving him on elsewhere. What are your thoughts?
I don't, but he plays 5 of his last 8 games in New Zealand. Post-Origin period, he goes Tigers, Knights, Titans, Dolphins, Dogs, Dragons, Titans, Eels, Manly.
Fuck.
It's unreal. His dual
That's
position,
pretty
so
good.
back end of the season, that 5'8" halfback. Oh, my gut says he's not, but my head says you probably don't trade.
Hey, looking at that draw home, maybe he is.
Yeah.
If these rounds aren't worrying you, 15 and 18, if you got numbers.
I think that's the key without dragging it on. If your numbers are looking okay through the next month, through the end of the bye period, hold. If you need the extra number and you need to get a player in, get him in.
Okay, from Will Eagleton, is Walsh worth a look next week?
Not on what I've seen. He scored all right last week, scored a couple of late tries to sort of help the score along there big time, but they beat up a Titans outfit who were lackluster. I just think there's better fullbacks that are fitter, not hobbling along, not concerned of that aggravation, which Physio spoke about in Beers and Breakevens. Him and Jaden Campbell have a similar thing at the moment where they can get some knocks and aggravate. He could come onto the radar very quickly, but for now, I just think there's better fullbacks.
Did he goal kick on the weekend? He didn't, did he? Was Adam Reynolds, right?
Reynolds.
Yeah, sweet. No, not for me. As Timmy said, scored 2 tries late. I mean, mate, they won 44-14. They looked unbelievable. He looked incredible. What did he score, 85 or something?
83.
83. He scored 2 fucking tries. Like, it's always my problem with Reece Walsh. He has to do a lot to score, and when he's in a team that's high-flying, sweet, he's going to do a lot. But in this team, mate, I don't know what I'm going to get out of them week to week. I think this bye's come at a shocking period for Brisbane. Nah, not for me. I need to see more.
Okay, from Carts, Tino a trade out with Origin and a calf injury.
Oh, I haven't even considered this in any way, shape, or form. I don't think so off the top of the head. I mean, in saying that, he's gone sub 60 the last 2 weeks, playing decent minutes. Calf injury coming out of Origin too. Doesn't play out, so he's not going to play 15, 18. He's going to come out of 16. And they're almost at the point, the Titans, surely, where it's like, fuck, do we need to back these guys up for huge minutes? If winning round 16, is it really going to turn our fucking season around? I don't know. Maybe there is an argument there. What do you reckon?
I haven't heard a lot about the calf injury. Like, is there much to it? I mean, he played last week. He's playing Origin. I wouldn't be selling. I just think Desi Hasler's still going to be fighting for his job. So it's easy to say long term and that, but when Desi Hasler makes the calls and Desi's going, no, I'm trying to hold on to this job as Titans head coach, he needs Tino playing big minutes. So barring any news around that calf, further news, I'll be holding.
What's that round 16 game? What day is that? It's the last game at Sunday, so you'd have to think he'll back up from that.
You'd think so.
You'd think so. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're waiting to hear more news about this calf.
Yes.
But yeah.
Nice. I wanted it to go off. All right, from Todd Greasley, are Keon and Herbie must-haves Lost, Iro and Hopawade?
Me?
No, I think it's oh no, it is you,
Me.
yeah.
Keon, yes. Yeah, in the middle, like his numbers are just ridiculous. Like even he scored tries last 2 weeks and tonned up, but 84 in base last week, 66 the week before, 96 the week before, 3 tons on the trot. Ridiculous numbers. Playing in the middle, covers round 15 and 18, absolutely a must-have. Herbie's not. He's a keeper, a season keeper for sure, but there are so many elite CT dubs and blokes with high ceilings, so not a must-have, but he is a keeper if you do own or want to buy him.
Yeah, I think you need Keon. Geez, if you made the decision at 612K not to go with him, he's now at 763K. Fucking outrageous.
Bit that bullet last week.
With a break-even of 27. With another big game, you could be looking at 8 scunge there. Yeah, that's tough going. I think you do need Keon. I don't think Herbie's a must. I think that if you haven't been on this big run, I don't think I'd be making him my absolute priority to get on now.
Yeah. Alrighty. My turn to throw in at you two.
Yes.
Okay.
Love this.
Now, this one is inspired by, if you haven't heard, it's been a big day.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't mentioned it, I think, on either show yet, but I took a little, I think it was about a 15-minute power nap between shows earlier today on one of the big, what do you call it, the recovery bags, massive bean bags in the bloke studios.
Honestly, this beanbag,
It's huge.
it's like a two-bedder in Sydney.
Yeah.
It's enormous.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's stupidly big.
Yeah, if you threw it out on the street, the council would charge you $900 a night a week. for
Without
rent.
a fucking doubt.
Yeah.
Yes. And it would turn into a sanctuary for
Anyway,
people.
had a power nap on there. My question to you two, midday power naps, yes or no? I feel like there's too much shit going through Roo's head that he wouldn't have it in him. Cat, I'm less certain, but I reckon you wouldn't mind a power nap in the middle of the day. So who wants
Do you
to
want
take
to
it
go
away?
first? Or
No,
me?
you go first.
I slept for 3 hours today.
Love
middle
that
of the
so
day.
much.
I was, mind you, like I didn't sleep through the night. I caught a red eye back to Sydney, so I was really, really tired when I got in. But I do like a nap. I just have to be a certain level of tired. I don't feel like it's something I can just do every day. But if anything, I also think there's a lot to be said for just like a bit of quiet time. You know, when you're in preschool and it was sleep time, nap time, why did that stop? We still need.
Well, it hasn't over here.
It hasn't. Well, we need the quiet time. Like I think it's nice to just calm down for a moment, just slow down all of the, everything around you. I definitely think there's value in that.
Yeah, I'm not really a big nap. Like what you did today and what I've seen you do before where you go sit on a beanbag and fall asleep for 20 minutes, I don't have that in me. There's no way. The thing that rocked me the most in my entire time of knowing you is when we're at Magic Round and it was all hectic and full on that you walked away to a park and sat on a tree and fell asleep for 20 minutes. That rocks my brain how you could walk away from Caxton Street and fall asleep on a tree for 20 minutes. That blows me away. I will say this, I've got a little bit better at having a siesta. Beck is an expert at it. Beck can fucking siesta with the best of them. I reckon I've had more siestas in my 30s and I'm 33 than I had in my 20s. But it's not, it doesn't come to me naturally and it fucks me up for the rest of the day.
Yeah, so this is very passionate about this one. And I, am a siesta, love a midday nap. I let my body tell me what to do. If I'm, have those days where your eyes are just closing on you and you you feel dull, it's like, that's your body saying, close your eyes and take a power nap and have one. So like, I don't book them in and go, I need them here before this. I'm like, if my body tells me it's tired and my eyelids are going down, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go and have a power nap. What people that don't power nap, this is where they make the mistake and where you make a mistake, Roo. You don't have to sleep to have a power nap.
Yeah.
To Kat's point, a power nap can just be going into your room, closing your eyes when your lids are telling yourself, I need to close. It can be 5 minutes. If you close your lids for 5 minutes, you open up and go, all right, we've had our little rest, we're back up, let's go. But if you try and fight that the rest of the day, your lids are just hating you, your brain's hating you. A power nap doesn't have to be sleep. You can just shut your eyes for 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if that helps me. I think too much. There's
Doesn't
too much
matter.
going on.
Doesn't matter. Your brain can still be ticking over. If you close your eyes and shut off, maybe not mentally, it still helps you.
I
Yeah.
agree. There's a lot to be said for it. Yeah.
So the one I had today, 15 minutes, if I didn't do that right now, my eyelids would be sitting here going bang, 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 trying to drop. Like, no, they had the 15 minutes today.
So
I
did
didn't
you
sleep.
fall asleep on the beanbag today?
I didn't today. 3 more minutes and I would have, but I didn't sleep. I rested and I feel $1 million better.
What position did you take up on the beanbag?
Oh, it was just a flat line. I had my
The mummy.
Yeah, I was the mummy. I had the bloke hat at the time over my face, earphones on. Maddie, the water boy, was rattling around the studio doing some stuff and put a bit of Hans Zimmer on and just boom, scene 15.
Hans Zimmer, like in the AirPods?
In the ears,
or?
yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Change your life, Roo. You don't have to sleep, just nap.
Okay. I'm open to trying it and I will report back.
You've seen there's like a military style nap where you put your legs at a certain degree for the certain right amount of time and it's the equivalent of like some ridiculous amount of hours and it's like 13 minutes. Look into it, those at home.
I'm interested.
It does exist.
What, that's a real thing?
Yeah, it's called like a military nap.
I was so lost when you were saying that. I couldn't work out if you were having a stab at me or not. I was
No,
all at sea then.
it's legit.
Right, okay. You close your eyes, put your legs at a certain angle.
And there is like a perfect nap time because you don't want to oversleep.
No.
You want to wake up refreshed. You know when you wake up groggy and you're like, that was the worst thing
You also
I
don't want
could
to
have
nap too late. If you nap during outside daylight savings and you get to like 5:03 and it's dark outside and you wake up to that, even if it's a short nap, you're in all
You're
sorts.
shattered. Yeah, no, I'm a fiend for fucking that up.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, interesting. When you have one of your close your eyes, do you set an alarm?
Yeah.
So did you set an alarm today?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Well, because if you doze
because it was
off,
very abrupt that you left this afternoon.
well, because I had
He was listening to his body.
a 30-minute gap post bloke, post doing stuff, pre-team this Tuesday, which is that was the only gap I had for the day. That's why I took off in a sort of window.
Right. And are you only a nap, like if you're going to have one of those power naps, do you go just lie on your bed? Can it be a lounge?
Oh, it can be anywhere.
What if you're at home and you've got all access to whatever you want to do? Where do you go?
If I'm aiming for like a 30-minute sleep, that's where I am trying to like proper. That's bed. If I'm just a 15
Under a blanket?
yeah. But if it's a 10-15 minute power nap shut eye, I just do it on the lounge.
On the lounge.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I've learned a lot here
Yeah,
today.
I thought you might. That's why I wanted to bring it up because I thought it was important for you.
I'm not very good at it. I'll openly admit that I'm not very good. I get very jealous of Beck and her dad, who was just about an Olympian at this. Very good at what he does.
Yeah, I got it from my dad too.
Your dad looks like
did
your
I.
dad.
Yeah, he
your dad looks
takes-
like he knows how to do everything. He's a
takes-
BlackBerry guy.
Like the
Remember the
phones?
phones? Yeah. I watched a documentary, movie last night. It was really fucking good. You seen it?
What, BlackBerry?
Yeah, it's about like the rise and the fall of BlackBerry. Very interesting. You'd really enjoy
Yeah,
it.
right.
She was like, and she was a BlackBerry kid.
It must be
Sound like a
very nice.
wanker.
I'm not taking.
Did a BlackBerry hit Kuma? Yes, Guru. Did I?
I don't think it's a dumb question. I'm legit. I only saw a handful of them in my life.
Yeah, they hit Kuma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Not the fruit. No, not the fruit.
2024 was a big year down there. All right.
The look on your face. You got so excited when that came to your mind.
I know.
Let's
All
get
right.
it. I need to go home. Speaking
I
of
need
naps.
to sleep now.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry for keeping you all up. We'll see you next week. No late show next week. We won't see you next week. Fuck that. We'll see you the week after that. Pleasure. See you soon. Nice jersey, Tim.